Good morning, sir. Today, I'm going to discuss what acts are considered crime. Crimes are acts or omissions that are prohibited by law and are punishable by the state or other authority. The specific acts that are considered crimes vary widely depending on the jurisdiction, but generally include actions that harm individuals, society, or the state. While every crime violates the law, not every violation on the law counts as a crime. For an act to be considered a crime, it must typically meet two elements: actus reus and mens rea. Actus reus refers to the physical act or omission that constitutes the crime. These acts must be voluntary, intentional, and unlawful. For example, the actus reus of murder is the act of killing another person. Mens rea refers to the mental state of the defendant at the time of the crime. It encompasses the defendant's intent, knowledge, recklessness, or negligence. For example, the mens rea of murder could be intent to kill, knowing that the act would likely cause death, or reckless disregard for human life.
Thief, also known as lancery, is the awful taking and carrying away of another person's property with the intent to permanently deprive the owner of possession. Element of thief. Number 1. Actus reus. The actus reus of thief is the taking and carrying away of another person's property. This means that the defendant must have physically moved the property from its original location. Number 2. Mens rea. The mens rea of thief is the intent to permanently deprive the owner of possession. This means that the defendant must have acted with the intention of keeping the property for themselves or disposing of it in a way that would make it impossible for the owner to recover it. A person could commit theft by taking an item from a store without paying for it, stealing a wallet from a purse, or taking a car without the owner's permission. The element is the intent to permanently deprive the owner of possession. Fines and penalties for thief. The fines and penalties for thief vary widely depending on the value of the stolen property, the defendant's criminal history, and the jurisdiction. In some cases, thief can be misdemeanor offense, while in other cases, it can be felony offense. Possible penalties for thief include: Number 1. Fines. Monetary penalties that can range from a few $100s to thousands of dollars. Number 2. Probation. A period of supervised release during which the defendant must adhere to specific conditions. Number 3. Incarceration. Imprisonment for a period of time that can range from a few days to several years. Number 4. Restitution. The defendant may be ordered to pay back the victim for their losses. Article 308 of the RPC defines theft as that which is committed by a person who with intent to gain but without violence against or intimidation of persons nor force upon things shall take the personal property of another without the latter consent,